Hi, thanks for joining me today. My name is Susan and this is my cozy kitchen. Alright, I have all the ingredients out and I'm ready to get going with our ham and cheese sliders. This is something that you find on almost every holiday buffet or any type of potluck gathering that you go to year round, but it's something I especially enjoy having at the holidays. First thing, I have my Hawaiian rolls. You can use the name brand, you can use store brand. I find in this dish, I like them equally. So if you prefer one or the other, go with the one that you like. I have the oven preheated to 325 degrees. I always like to just give a little spray on the bottom. I know it's not absolutely necessary because there's butter in this recipe, but just an added precaution, I always like to put just a quick little spray of oil in the bottom. Using a serrated bread knife, cut through your bread. Be careful at the end. There you go. Lift off the top and put the bottom into your dish. Now I have this in a 7 by 11. You can use a 9 by 13. You'll just have room left over at the end. I've melted 6 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm going to add Dijon mustard, give it a nice little shake, and I'm going to add a tablespoon plus a rounded up teaspoon. So it's probably about a teaspoon and a half, but I just did not feel like measuring again. So, and then a teaspoon and a half of Worcestershire sauce. I'll say it properly. I'm going to mix this together. Let's paint it across the bottom. And I do this because I really like to have that flavor from the mustard. And it's soaking in very nicely. And then when I pour this over the top, it's not going to make the sliders too wet after it's cooked. You know, a lot of times when you have this, it just turns out being so wet that, you know, you have the nasty fingers and it's just icky. Well, I didn't want that to happen, so I like to put part of it inside and then I just pour the other over the top so you've got that nice gloss and sheen and everyone knows what it is because they recognize it, but you don't have so much that it's making it wet. The original recipes of this calls for poppy seeds over the top. I'm not a huge fan of poppy seeds over the top. They always get stuck in your teeth. It's just not a good look, right? I have this everything but the bagel topping. And I thought, you know, it has poppy seeds in it, number one. Okay. Now actually, let's see, does it have, yes it does, it has poppy seeds, sesame seed. Okay, let me just read the ingredients from the back. It has sesame seeds, kosher flake salt, dried garlic, dried onion, black sesame seeds, and poppy seeds. So this has got a lot of wonderful flavor. It has the seeds, and I'm putting it inside. Now I'm not measuring this, I'm just giving it a nice little shake. This way we have a little extra flavor without going crazy. Take a look at that. Not a lot in there, but just enough to be pretty and to flavor. Now, I have some deli ham that I'm putting on next, and I like mine pretty hammy. So, like I said, I eat this a lot for lunch. So I'm going to put this on nice and thick. All right, now I've read so many different recipes where people like layer either cheese, or ham, cheese, ham. I'm not crazy about that because you end up with too much stuff oozing out. So I'm going to put my ham down first, then I'm going to put the cheese, and then I'll put the top on. So here goes another layer of ham. Now, of course, this is my cozy kitchen, my rules. In your cozy kitchen, you get to make the rules. And there's the ham. The rest of it can go back in the refrigerator for something else. And then I have shredded cheese. I get this at Aldi. It's a Swiss and Gruyere blend of shredded cheese that I absolutely love. Has such wonderful flavor. You can use this, or you can use slices of Swiss cheese. You can use provolone cheese. You could even use a white cheddar. Whatever cheese that you like, you can use it. I'm making sure I have cheese spread fairly evenly and all the way out to the edges. That looks good. Now, time for the top. And because this is a 7 by 11, it is going to be a little tall. That's okay. Instead of just pouring this over the top, I am going to give it a nice little stir and then paint it across the top so that hopefully it will stay on more than run off, and make sure it gets in those seams. Okay, now again, just a little bit across the top with this. Doing this more as a garnish over the top because people always look for those poppy seeds. So I wanted to have a little bit of seed over the top, but not a lot. Final thing, some aluminum foil over the top. And I'm going to roll out extra because I want it to cover it, but I don't want it to lay on top of it. And I'm covering it so the cheese will have a chance to melt, everything will warm through, but it won't brown and overcook the bread. I'm going to let it cook for 20 minutes, then I'll remove this, let it cook for the last 10 minutes, get a little brown, get a little crispy, and then it'll be ready to take out and eat. Okay, these are finished. They cooked for 20 minutes covered and then another 10 minutes uncovered. Now let's cut into them and try them, see if my idea was a good one. All right. Okay, they're all cut apart. Now it's time to try them. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? See the ham, the cheese, beautiful little roll. The seeds on top. Looks fantastic. Now let's see if everything with the bagel is a good addition. To me, these are an absolute winner. Obviously, the sesame seeds and the poppy seeds don't give you that much flavor, but the little bit of dried garlic and onion in here absolutely elevates this old standby from the buffet table. Here's my take on it. If you are a purist and you like it the way it's always made, make it that way. But if you're like me and you love the everything but the bagels, definitely give it a try in this recipe. Don't go crazy with it because you don't want the spices in there to overtake the mustard and all of the other flavorings in there that everyone is going to be expecting. Don't use too much, but definitely put some on the inside and a little over the top, and you are going to be so happy. As always, the full recipe is in the description box below with all of my tips and tricks from today's video and anything else that I can think of that you might want to know about how to make this. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure and give it a big thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you find out every time I upload a new video to YouTube. Thanks for joining me. God bless.